Hello everybody, Earth.Otherwise here, and back into the breach with the bottom of the well. You know the drill. I'm currently reviewing this game, and I'm playing it in order to just refresh myself on the game and its mechanics before, since I did the blind run for it a fair while ago. Anyways, since we did a full run the last time, let's go new game. Let's stick with default Alice. Yeah. Let's go ahead. So, I think we can skip this and pop straight into the main story. Yeah, let's skip ahead with that. So, last time we went online. Let's think this time. So we have food, trusty radio, emergency broadcast. So what do? Let's try to tough it out at home. Prepare your bathtub for extending living. You want to do that? I just listened to the man on the TV said. He said, move you and your family to the centermost room of your house, preferably one without windows, preferably underground. Didn't your building have some kind of shelter? At least on the side of the pond, it feels like you can walk down a block without stumbling on half a dozen bomb shelters. We never got into the habit of getting bombed during our wars. We're the ones doing all the bombing. Okay, so this must be an American city, because if this was London, then I think they have bomb shelters. Anyways, bathroom. Do you think? Yeah, I grabbed the biggest bag I had. Backpack, people always called them magic, but you could fit bigger on the inside and all that. Yeah. So, we won't be needing the map this time. Let's take 2 days of food. And a sleeping bag. Spare clothes. No. Radio. No. Okay, a sleeping bag and 2 things of food. Bed, every scrap of food, etc. I was kind of afraid of the building would, collapse. I wanted to be ready to run, so I packed my bags in advance. Secondly, the truth was I didn't come to think of it. I'm sure... Wow, that was somebody going very fast. I just didn't think to bring along. Alright, so what happened? It's the end of the world? Come on, let's hear it. Took a lot longer for the bombs to begin falling than they said. I stayed online for as long as I could with my laptop in the bathroom. Door closed, everything edible stacked around me. The news suggested the U.S. missile defense, yep, we're definitely in the States, was working, and that the shooting down the Russian missiles before they could land, but I guess sooner or later our luck ran out. At first the electricity went. I remember being lit up. I hear because, I've actually read about this game since the blind run. Since, the blind run was me literally just downloading the game and opening it up. But since then I've read reviews and stuff. So I know that the thing you have to worry about most in this game is radiation poisoning. I get the feeling that's going to be what happens to me. And then the plaster started raining down from the ceiling. And then toilet seat underneath. You kind of started feeling oily. I don't know, like I was in danger of sliding off of it. Jesus. Yeah? The internet was down, the lights didn't come back on. There was another one. Count seconds between the flash and hearing the thunder of the lightning. Yeah. Felt like that. Shock after shock, and then counting the little white flakes dropping down from the ceiling, hoping and praying for the next one wouldn't just obliterate you. I don't think so. After the third one, my laptop and phone both stopped working suddenly. Okay, that means they got hit by an EMP. EMP? What's that? Electromagnetic... Yeah, it's the secondary effect of a nuclear blast that knocks out electronics. Wait, how do you not know what that is? It's your dream after all. It's kind of weird. Dream me definitely knows more things than the real me does, or did. Okay, so clearly this isn't just a basic dream. You can't know things that you don't know in your dreams. Like, you can, sort of. You're obviously intuiting things that you're not consciously thinking about. That would be information overload for your conscious mind. But generally, one does not know, for example, the properties of a horse's innards if they are dreaming. Do you know what's inside a horse? I mean, I know what's inside of a horse. Horse guts. How long did you stay in there? Well, the man on the TV in the morning. All clear was given, or at least 24 hours. But of course I hadn't brought the radio, so I had no idea. Okay. Did you have enough food? I had enough to last me 24 hours at least. So what was your decision? I stayed for as long as I could. Until my supplies ran out. How long was that? Well, I could have stayed for at least a few days. I was preparing for that. I was hoping maybe the internet didn't look like it. I was really glad you brought the sleeping mat. I didn't have to stay. I have to say, the bathroom really started to cool down after the first day. And if there's one thing that's worse than sitting alone in the dark, not knowing if there's anywhere left... Yeah? I might have even, but that's when I heard a knock. What? On your bathroom door? No, my front door. Holy shit, survivors rescue? The horn, but I thought the same as you. I couldn't just ignore it, so I got up and stepped out. What did it look like? You know, it actually took me a little while to wrap my head around that it was still my apartment. You see, all the windows had shattered, so everything was covered in shards. There were books and papers all over, blown by the wind, and I guess, and ash. Ooh, okay, so, something I know. Any ash that falls after a nuclear bomb hits, pretty much guaranteed to be irradiated. At least I'm pretty sure about that. Don't quote me. I'm not a nuclear fallout specialist. I walked across the breeze to the window. Everything was gray, even though my phone said it was morning. It was raining ash. Of course it can, because you know, after it stops raining ash, it will start raining snow. Because you know, nuclear winter and all that. Most of the ash, I could see the smoke rising from the horizon. But it smelled of burnt smoke outside, but it was also quite early. Yes, actually I'd gotten so hung up on staring at the fallout, whoever been knocking had given up. I rushed to the door and pulled the door open just in time. Who was it? It was one of my neighbors. His name was Rosh. We'd actually hung out a bit at some point, and some tenants meeting or other. I was just so happy anybody made it. I started asking about the building, about the city, about everything, and he just said, well, he actually just led me to a door that was open. It faced the opposite side of the building. Let me finish. I peeked in, calling it, and found myself looking out at nothing. You know, no walls, no walls, barely any roof left, no windows, no people, kitchen cabinets hanging loose above the abyss, that kind of thing. Nothing, just ruins and fire. The whole downtown area gone. Okay. Face full of me, and I gasped. Do we get a... Yeah, we get a picture. Oh. Oh, that's... the artwork in this game really could have been better. I was standing there, staring, so of course I got a lung full of it. Damn idiot me. Nice, lung full of irradiated ash. Fun times. Anyway, go on. Were there other survivors? Yes, we gathered at the bottom floor. A little group of us. Ross, me, an old lady from the ground floor. A family with 2 kids. The night janitor who had hidden in a broom's closet. No one was badly hurt, but we were all coughing from the ash. Yeah, you need to get into a goddamn shelter with an air filtration site. Didn't really have time to be worried about radiation. More worried about the building to collapse on. I mean, half of it was already gone. Yeah, but I mean, if the building falls on you, that's a quick death. Radiation poisoning isn't quick. It's not fun. Talk to frickin' chemo patients. They'll tell you. So what did you do with your little group? Well, first we sat down of our survival, speculations, and the attack, all that. It was the most natural thing in the world. We needed to make a decision. Ross said I was the last person he'd found alive in our building. Get the fuck out of there. We need to leave right then and there, but what? But they wanted to stay. The family with the child, he started feeling bad. Nauseous, diarrhea. He wasn't in any shape to walk anywhere, they said. Yeah, that's because he's probably irradiated and dying. I backed down. I'm out. Yeah, I need to get some rubber. Like some lead rubber. Involved dream, you know. Tell me about it. So what's next? I wanted to find a safe spot and hunker down. I wanted to try to find chests. Ooh, okay, you're not gonna... I tried getting out of town before. That did not work. So I need to find a place with air filtration and, like, a hazmat suit or something. Awful, ruined buildings, tried by fire. Pick our way between cars and debris and bodies. So many bodies. Pretty difficult to travel. Oddly inconsistent. Building was the last one directly affected by the blast, and about a block in the opposite direction there were mainly intact buildings, as much as you could call them intact, still standing. Were there any survivals? Yes, there were others, a lot of them. A lot were worse off than me. Some were blind, others were burned, broken, or shook. There just wasn't anything I could do. Where was the government? I don't know, no one knew. Well, I mean, you know, a countrywide nuclear attack, you're probably not going to find anybody unless there was a military base nearby that wasn't hit. And even then, those military men aren't going to be coming into the city, at least not without hazmat suits. Did you find anything? An apartment building a few blocks away. It was actually Chess's building. My boyfriend, I mean, it was weird. Were you close? I don't really know the answer to that, but I guess we were pretty steady. How steady? Well, you know, I felt there was potential. Encouraging. Anyway, since new, I thought I'd go and check. Do you have the key? Of course not. Well, that didn't matter. When I got up there, I found the door left open. He must have left in such a hurry that I forgot to close it behind him properly. I still knocked. There was nobody there. Well, actually, I mean, where are we? Say no more. Yours are mine, etc. Damn, what a dream. He had some food I could eat, fresh fruit, that kind of thing, so I availed myself to that. There was a sofa. I took a nap. Sounds like you struck gold. Weird to be there. He had these pictures of his sister and him everywhere. I hadn't really noticed them before. She was in a wheelchair in most of them. And on his fridge was a post-it of her address and phone number. He must have really cared for her. I wasn't thinking past tense. I took the post-it. I'm not even sure why. Anyways, I stayed overnight, but the truth was that I was starting to feel ill. Yeah, that's radiation poisoning sitting in. Yep. They have pills for that. But, I mean, at this point, you're probably dead anyways. In Chess's food, looking at... No diary, sadly, and he only had a desktop computer with no power. Staying there. No, but the truth was that I didn't really have a choice. I realized I was too weak to travel. The ash rain had turned black sludge outside in the window to keep the ash and the wet out, but at first I thought it was just tried. Stress seeing all the bodies. What was something worse? I wouldn't wish it on it. The nausea, the diarrhea. It didn't matter what I ate, it all came back up again. Soon I was too weak to leave the sofa. I wish I lingered, it was slow. Towards the end I didn't know how many days had passed, but many. Someone came through the door in my delirium. I was dehydrated. I thought it was Chess who'd come home from the store. Called out, it wasn't Chess, no, or maybe it was, I didn't see any longer. I don't know how they ended me. I think it was a mercy killing, more than anything else. You have an incredibly fucked up subconscious. And thus concluded my dream. Yeah, skip it all. Yeah. Better prepared, 2 out of 5. Okay, boys and girls, I think I'm going to leave that here for this episode. I need a glass of water, and it is 2:30 a.m. here in Vancouver, so I may go to sleep, but I will see you next time.